Hello, Brandon. What's up?
Hello. Not
Hey.
much.
Yeah. So you're just on your day off,
Yes, I
just
am.
chilling outside.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So you're in the Facebook group and you were typed by Dave like in March, you said,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. And so you've you've been in typology for a while. Like when did you get started in typology?
Back in 2013 was when I
Okay.
first took the Myers-Briggs test, and I've been just studying it since then.
You took an official one
Actually,
or an online one or what?
it was just an online one,
Right.
and actually the first like five tests that I took back then, I got INTP every single time.
INTP.
And
Okay.
yeah, but that's, you know, I guess I was also in a very bad state back then, so that
Okay.
would it's hard to type yourself accurately when you're not
Right.
yourself.
Would you say you're a logical person? You're
I am a logical person, but I would not say that I'm more so like logic oriented than I am feeling oriented.
So you're a little bit of the two, you think? Okay. So how did you
Yeah.
get into Dave and Shannon's group, or was there a progression to that, or
I found my friend sent me Dave Superpowers channel, and I just started watching all the videos, and I was like, wow, this dude is very comprehensive and very specific, and like he explains things very quickly,
right?
and it does not seem like he second guesses himself at all about anything that he's saying. So I'm like, oh, I'm interested to know more. And the more I learn, the more I realize it stands on firm ground, like the
Right.
whole theory. So I
Okay.
like that.
And so then so you thought you were an INTP before you got typed, or what did you think you were?
Actually, that was like 6 years ago. But
Right.
before Dave and Shannon typed me, I thought I was ESFP.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
ESFP. That's
Because
interesting.
I watch a lot of sports. I mean, basketball, volleyball. I was into sports for so long, and
Right.
I was typed by some like socionics people, and they, they gave a convincing argument. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But then I didn't doubt it when Dave and Shannon typed me as ENFP. I was like, oh, this makes more sense. Thank you.
Right. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. So you've been typed as an any, a lead any.
Mm-hmm.
So what's like any for you? What is it? How does that affect you? It's a feminine any, you said.
For me, it's masculine any.
Masculine. Oh, okay, you're feminine sensory, so you're masculine any.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
okay. Wow, masculine any. So what's that like?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, I would like to ask Dave and Chan, what's the difference between masculine and feminine any? I really don't know. But for
Well,
me, I guess the way I see any and
yeah,
experience it
that's more the
is,
question. Yeah, for sure.
well, for one, my mind does not stop moving ever, no matter what.
Okay.
And it's always trying to find something to think about, something interesting. Or if I can't find anything interesting to think about, I'll create a new reality or a fantasy world in my head where
Wow,
I, yeah,
that doesn't sound like any at all. That sounds like lead sleep to me. But I don't know.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sleep last, apparently.
Wow. All right. Okay. So
Yeah,
okay,
a
so
contradiction.
so all right, so let's just talk about your intuition in general and not any. What is your so your intuition is trying to provide you with some interest, something to spark your mind somehow
Yeah, something to make me less bored in this moment.
in this
Because
moment.
yeah, because like when there's nothing going on, I go crazy,
Okay.
which I think is caused by the sleep last. Like there always has to be something going on in my mind or in the outside world somehow.
In the outside
And
world is more
when I'm at work and like I can't have my phone out sometimes, I will just, I'll be driving around and I guess, yeah, just going into my mind and daydreaming.
daydreaming.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, that also sounds like sleep to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
know either.
Okay, so so like what about consume? How is consume for you then? Your lead consume?
Oh, I'm always on Reddit, like
Okay.
24/7, or reading something on Facebook. I'm constantly reading stuff on the
Oh,
internet.
okay. All right. That makes more sense as any then. Okay.
Yeah, like I don't stick on one topic. I'll stick on the one topic for about 2 to 3 minutes and then move on to another topic for 2 to 3 minutes. It's never like a whole day of one topic or a whole week or anything. It's only
Right.
minutes.
Okay.
Um,
So
so
do you think that's masculine or you don't know?
I don't know like how that like I feel like masculine any versus feminine any. The masculine any would just be constantly grabbing information and showing it to people, like saying like this, you should know this, you need to know this, and this is important. Look. This is interesting. And
Like
then at
showing it to
feminine
you,
any,
showing it to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
showing it to other people, like
Other
the any
people's
dumb.
like supposed to be blast though. All right. Okay.
Oh, okay. In that case, I don't even know.
I don't
See,
know. I'm trying to understand it too here. Like, what's
well,
your idea?
for the human needs thing, like
Right.
the gatherer,
Right.
the point of them gathering would be to bring it to others, right?
If that's the point that you're gathering, that's the reason you're gathering, then that's would explain the flow to from consume then to blast third, right? You have blast third,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So you're consuming in order to blast. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
To specific few people. Like
right.
at work, I never like to my coworkers. I'm mostly quiet. I don't even talk much around them.
Okay.
They have no idea that I eat fingers or anything. Like
You had to mention
I,
the fingers. Okay.
yeah, I,
You're definitely not you definitely have some introverted qualities because you're not super objective. Like you're not like everyone else. You definitely have your own little quirkiness to you, whatever that is.
yeah,
Yeah. All right. So FI is your second savior?
yes,
Your
yes.
yeah. So what is FI for you? What is it?
For me, it's like when I've always known whether I like something or don't like something, which I didn't even know that FI was so simple. That
Right.
how does not every person know what they like and dislike? I feel like that's just a fucking normal emotion that
Right.
everyone feels, that a dog feels.
Right. It's
Like
so yeah, it's normal for you. Yeah, yeah. For sure.
for me, I felt like it was normal for everyone.
Right. Well, I think also like for me, I just want to talk for myself. Like, so I have no idea if I like things. Like it's up in the air.
Oh my
Sometimes I know,
god.
but like a lot of the time, you feel the pressure to like make a judgment call and say, yeah, I like this. Like, and so you would sort of peacock and say for that reason. But like to be honest, I don't know a lot of the music that I listen to. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes I don't know. No idea. But for you, like if you listen to something or you see something, it has to be I like it or I don't like it. Like you have to come to that
Yeah, I
decision.
know.
Wow.
I'm very music oriented. I love
Okay.
listening to music, and I know instantly if I like a song,
Or if you
uh,
hate it.
or if I hate it, or if, like mostly I never hate it. I just don't like it, or like
Okay.
it just doesn't exist. It's like I never listened to it.
What about like values? What about morality and things like that in your FI?
That's also something where I don't really have much developed like moral stances. I mean, I guess I do, but compared to other FI people, like that I'm constantly reading on Facebook, where there's a long debate and an FI person gets triggered and they start saying, you're a horrible person. You should not be. And
Right.
I read this stuff and I just think, like I never really care. Like
Okay.
there are certain things that I do get annoyed by, like the whole anti-vaccination movement. I just think they're stupid and horrible.
Is it a masculine FI?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So stupid and
but
horrible
yeah.
sounds more like a TE sort of thing.
Oh, okay, then maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
So,
I always just thought my FI was about like,
but if you saw like someone hitting a dog beside you or something, would you speak up?
oh
Like would
yeah,
your FI
I
would
would,
yeah.
yeah, I'd be like, don't do that.
Okay. So that should be more FI, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, so you're consume first and then you go play second and your play is TE and NET. So oh, that's your NT region. Okay. So how does
Mm.
that NT play? How does that work?
Uh, huh, I don't know.
You don't know.
Damn. These are kind of hard questions, but
Yeah. But like
I
puzzling, you said you were into sports. Did you play sports or
yeah, I did.
okay.
But I'm trying to see how I use NE and TE because like because there are times when I'm not really operating based on what I like. It's mostly like what I have to do. So I guess I'll use NETE when I'm at work.
Right.
For the sole purpose of, you know, the tribe reasons, you know, getting their needs and desires fulfilled or whatever over mine. I'll
Right.
ignore my FI. You know,
So that's
like
also like a double
so,
gathering thing. You're learning a lot. You're taking in a lot of information all the time. If
yeah.
your two main functions are just taking stuff in. And
Mm-hmm.
so what do you do with all that information once you get it? It just sort of makes a mess in your mind or something, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
all it does. It makes a huge mess, and I just keep it there, and then I just keep learning and learning because it's like I'm addicted to learning.
Right.
So I will just constantly be browsing Reddit. Like I have like maybe like I can go 8 hours straight, a whole shift at work, just on Reddit, reading one subreddit.
And it's nothing focused. It's just like randomly this, that.
Yeah, this, that, or sometimes, you know, I'll stay on one page for a while, or like one topic. Like, I don't know.
What was it like for
Like,
you in school growing up and stuff? Like,
it was difficult.
yeah.
And it's what makes me know that I'm organizing demon. I was always very messy. I would always just like not know what homework is due tomorrow. I would
Right.
not. My backpack was so like it's just fucking chunks of paper thrown in there everywhere. I'm like, where's my stuff? I don't even know how to find anything.
So it's like a feminine demon SI is, yeah.
Yes,
So
tortures me.
how does that affect you? How,
Well, I got by through high school. I
right.
graduated with a 3.9 somehow, like an A average, but
Right.
it's only because I had teachers helping me. Like I had
Okay.
one teacher who just gave me A's in his class for no reason. I never did anything.
Okay. Well, you must have done something to get him to do that. You must have used some
I
kind
mean,
of
I mean,
charming
he liked
technique
me.
or something. Yeah.
Exactly. He liked me, and
Yeah.
I think he was an INTP, and he had the anti jokes like that he would
Okay.
constantly say during class, and I was the only one who would laugh.
Laugh. Okay. All right.
It was funny.
And so
So,
how does this do you get tidal waves from your SI at all?
can you re-explain tidal waves?
Okay, yes. Like I'll ask it in a more what's it, layman's way to ask. So like if something comes to try and tell you what to do or structure you in some way and
Yes,
yeah.
I go insane.
So
I go
what is that
insane.
like?
I get violence
Well,
even, or I'll start yelling. Be like, don't fucking tell me how to do shit. I get
right.
like offended, huge, extremely offended.
So you're both of your demons are female.
Yeah.
So it's like really cat-like. It's really feminine anger.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So you saw the video that I did earlier with Jonathan, right? Did you said you saw some like comparisons in there or something?
No, I still have to watch it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Okay.
haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then we won't talk about that.
You
Okay.
could, if you saw any comparisons so far or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys seem like completely different types.
What are his animals?
So he's blast last.
Okay.
So that right away you see that he's got sleep second, so or something.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
got a high sleep somewhere. So at least he seems a little bit more organized and a little bit more, put together for in that way. And then
Mm-hmm.
also I think his modalities are different, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I wasn't prepared in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
He might have feminine any, not masculine.
Yeah, I'm basically, who am I? Dario Nardi.
Who's this? I don't know.
He's a typologist who has the
Okay.
same exact type out of 512 as
So
me.
you're interested in typology at least? Like, is that
Yeah.
one of your, yeah. Okay. And you have other core interests other than typology or?
I was majoring in psychology, but
Okay.
I could not stand how it's taught in college.
Right. Yeah.
I just find it annoying.
Right.
So I might change my major to something else.
Oh, you're in the middle of it still, or
Yeah, no, I have not finished college.
are you still taking courses this semester or something, or
Not right now.
no? Okay.
I dropped it because I can't like figure out what I want to do. So
Right. There's just so many options.
and like I hate all of them.
Wow, your saviors are destroying you.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
yeah, that's crazy. Like usually you would think that it's the inferior functions that destroy you, but here it's your saviors are killing you.
All my functions are killing me.
Wow, that's crazy. No, but like, so you said so your sports and your NT play energy. So like, it's more like puzzling and figuring things out. Do you see that in your NT region?
Yeah, there are stuff I enjoy trying to figure out, like typology. I'll always be thinking about at work to try and figure like my coworkers out. What's you? What are you?
By
What are
playing
you?
with them, or how?
No, just by thinking about it, like out, like when I'm done talking to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
I
Okay.
was like, what did he just? Or while they're mid sentence, like they're trying to train me to explain to do something, and I'm not listening to what I'm supposed to be doing.
Wow. Of course you're
I
not.
still
You can't
I still
listen.
don't know. I can't.
It's not
I
possible.
still
They're trying
I
to tell you what
still
to do.
exactly, and I still don't know like the codes I should be talking to the radio. Like
Right.
they're like QSTFXP.
So,
I'm like,
yeah, I guess
what?
we didn't say it here. You're a security guard, so
Yeah.
right. So you have to talk through the radio about things. Cool.
Yeah.
So so like so is your plan just to sort of continue drifting in life, consuming
Until I
things?
die.
Yeah? And you'll be
Yes.
happy that's enough for you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I mean, I'll cry every night to sleep. But
Poor fucker.
I'm okay doing that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah, like the thing is, if like I would want to help you, but you would just completely reject the help.
I mean, I don't know what you would say, but what would be your help? Curious.
Like, try to pick something. This is like something. One of my cousins is the same thing. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He has no idea. He's interested in so many things, and I'm like, the only way you'll succeed is just pick something at random. Like roll a dice and just pick something and just stick to it. Just say this is what I'm going to do, and then like even if you give up on it at some point in the future, at least like you've stuck through it. You've built something refined, built some focused. I don't know. You're drifting away now.
No. I'm
No,
listening.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how I might as well stay in psychology then, since I already have like a year and a half's worth of credits. Like,
Right.
Just finish it and see what happens, or
It might also get more interesting because, like, I know year one psychology is just really torturous. Everyone takes psychology year one, and not many
like
stick with it.
School's torturous.
Yeah.
Like just going to class and sitting there and taking notes.
Right. But what about when it comes time to learning and reading your textbook and stuff? That you're
I hate
okay
that
with?
part too.
Oh,
No.
okay. You said you like reading.
I read my own, like I learn in my own way. I've always hated the school way of learning, and I've always learned more without school.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah. I actually know someone who's also lead any, and he's into massage. Like that's what he likes to do. I guess he's
into what?
massage. Like that's what he
massage
wants.
therapy.
Yeah. But like he won't learn it. He'll just be, no, I'm just going to use my NE to figure out massage. And that's how he's doing it.
That is exactly how I would do it.
Yeah.
That's very like, and I feel like that would make us better.
Yeah, in some way, for sure.
To trust yourself, to know how to connect.
Also, the other thing is like some people who are lead OI or lead IPs or IJs, they'll plan so much and they'll just never get around to doing anything. And like for someone like you don't care. You could just jump into something.
I have never planned anything in my life.
But like you're also not afraid to go and do something, right?
Right. Like like I wrote in the group chat, the group forum, that if someone offered me to go skydiving, like right now, I would go.
Right.
Or to go to Utah for mountain climbing trip, I'd be like, okay, sure.
Right. And for an IJ, that's just a nightmare. Like, what are you gonna
Right.
make me do now? Yeah. So
Like,
like,
I would just go, because like they would just start thinking about like how they have to pack, how they have to buy a ticket, like, oh, it's their balance, blah blah blah. For me, it's like, okay, sure. Like, and all I do is I keep the image of mountain climbing in my mind, and everything else just does itself.
so yeah, so that's like a huge advantage for you, that not being afraid to start something new, not being afraid to dive into something. It's just
Right.
sticking with it.
If it's interesting.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, well, obviously, but yeah, also,
Yeah.
but then like you lose interest, and sticking with it is, yeah, it's going to be hard. So one of the things Jonathan said that really struck me is that automatically he'll just envision the future. He'll envision what he wants for the future. Like his FINE together will help him see what he wants to do, see his future, and see where he wants to be in 10 years. And he just uses that in order to drive him. So I don't know if that's helpful for you.
For my fantasy is more about like winning the lottery, like what I would do.
Yeah, but there's reality, man. Okay.
Like if I win $400 million, how many per year would I need to get to not spend it all?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you happy being a security guard? Is that something?
No. I obviously want to be more ambitious in my life eventually,
right,
and do something better.
How old are you?
But I'm 24.
Okay, so you're still young. You're okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but my supervisors are like 20.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm the old man there.
Okay.
So I just want to do whatever. Like, I feel like I'm going to find, like, what I'm going to do in my future in 10 years from now is something that I have not even
thought of yet. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. That like, you're sure that there's something out there that you're going to discover. That's that any.
Yeah.
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 Very interesting, man.
There's actually a time period where I was very into Buddhist meditation.
Okay.
Like that was like one of my biggest interests for a while. And I went on a meditation retreat and everything. And I mean, I did not last the whole 10 days of the retreat. I had to leave early.
Wow.
I'm sleep lost. I can't do it.
Right. Wow. Yeah, like be bored for 10 days straight.
And you couldn't talk for 10 days.
Death sentence.
Use your phone. You can't write in a journal. You can't have a book. No TV. Nothing.
Wow, man.
No eye contact with the other students.
That's like prison for you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you put yourself through that?
I don't know. I took a 13-hour bus ride just to do this.
All right.
And you had to sit on the ground for 2 to 3 hours straight, several times a day, without moving. No bathroom breaks, nothing.
So would you ever go try meditation again, or maybe a different way?
Actually, yeah, I would go back to that.
Right.
Yeah. I would just challenge myself.
See how many days you can last this time?
To finish it this time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you're joking and playing here or something.
No,
or
no.
Serious.
I'm serious, yeah.
All right, man. So what about like okay, so psychology interests you, just not the way it's taught.
Right.
Or
just in general, like academic psychology, which is just about if you're not going into like advertising or communications, it's basically like, oh, you got to be diagnosed with this mental disorder, and like how do I explain this? What I liked about objective personality was that it wasn't about trying to figure out what's wrong with you. It was trying to give you an overview of who you are, both your weaknesses and your positives. And I like that approach to psychology, rather than just going to figure out like what's wrong with you, what medication you need, but
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
no, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, yeah, because objective personality is just always telling you that you're screwed up and your saviors are screwing you over and you're basically objective personality, but they're not saying take a pill.
right? But
Yeah.
they're also not saying like, I mean, they say that there are some good aspects to every type and bad aspects to every type, but you know,
Right.
it's an identifier of who you are and what you like to do versus another person. And I like that versus, oh, this is, you belong to this cluster of people who are fucked up because of
Right.
these traits that don't even hold true for longer than 3 months usually.
Well,
Like you
I
can
see
get
you have ADD, but it's because of your functions. Like that's where ADD
right,
comes from. Yeah.
right. And I actually was prescribed Adderall for ADD,
Right.
and I abused the hell out of it. So
Okay.
I cannot take Adderall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I had a question. I forgot it, but so what do you think? What do you think? Like, what advice would you give to someone that's like you? Like,
Shit. I don't take my own advice. I'm trying to think of something that I've done or that I've applied to my life that has helped me, but I can't think of anything. I guess shit.
we can come back to it. Keep
Keep
notes.
notes of things maybe so that you don't lose track of your ideas and thoughts
Right.
because it's pretty much just chaos in my head. And if you don't write things down and keep track of like your ideas and your thoughts, then you're literally just stuck in it like a whirlpool or a tornado, and it's just that's all it is forever.
But like, if you kept notes, would you ever go back and read them?
um it would be a good idea to read them, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
So one of the things I found really interesting with Jonathan is his SI. Like, he would hate paperwork, and he said he hated paperwork, he hated getting bills, and he wouldn't pay traffic tickets and all that kind of stuff that would pile up. But then on the other hand, he had structured lists and goals that he would write down, and he would try to keep to not like a strict schedule, but an open schedule that was, and he knew that his NE wouldn't want to do the same thing every day, so the schedule would also reflect that like, so he would like one day say, okay, today is athletic training, and tomorrow is reading my book, and then like, and he would schedule out that it would be something different every day, so that to keep his NE sort of occupied, but at least he would stick to some kind of schedule that would push him forwards in some way. Could you ever do
That
that?
would no, it would feel
No.
very limiting. Like I don't want to know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow for fun, you know. Like I would rather just find out when I feel like, oh, I want to do this now, and go do it
Right.
in the
What about
moment.
what about in like a crisis situation or something? You're good on your feet and like solving problems in a crisis.
I haven't actually been in a huge crisis, so I can't like
Right.
say. I would hope I'm not like a disaster in those situations.
No, because I see that like that's the kind of thing that your traits should sort of promote as well. Like if you're in some kind
I
of
would hope
crisis,
so.
yeah, if
I
you're
would
in a
hope so.
crisis situation, you're thinking always about the moment. You're thinking about the now, and then you can see things happening and solve them like really quick. No,
Yeah, I
no.
guess. I
What?
mean, when I'm at work and I'm like it's a night shift and I'm going down a dark alleyway, I'll hold my flashlight in a way that I can hit someone if I see them.
Okay, well, that's just being prepared, I guess. I don't know. Being paranoid.
Yeah,
What,
it's a heavy ass flashlight.
what about double decider? Do you see that happen at all?
Um, I can see. Not, I don't know, like definitively about double decider, but I can see that I am balanced with self and tribe. Like
Right,
I've always been able to withstand and get along with people around me, at least the important ones, the hierarchy of
right,
people. In school growing up, I was bullied and shit, but I could get along with my teachers, and I did have a group of friends, and I all that stuff. So
right. Were you taking it personally and stuff, the bullying, or?
Of course,
Yeah.
everyone does.
Okay. All right.
So,
But that's interesting that a double decider that would happen. Okay. What about like
well,
making
it
this?
was like it's like one of
Sorry.
the most crime-ridden cities.
Right.
So, yeah,
What
that would be why.
What about making decisions? Are you okay making decisions?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a decision like, pull the plug or don't pull the plug on someone, I don't know. I would
You
suck
would
in
take your
that
time.
moment,
Yeah. Okay. But like,
or I'll ask people for advice in making decisions sometimes. Actually,
yeah,
so yeah,
like logical advice, TE sort of thing. That would be your TE.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Wow, man. Like I'm really interested in seeing how you grow, because like I don't think you could sustain the way you are at this moment. Like, I'm sorry to say, but
Oh, I'll
I'm
die.
no, you won't die, but I don't think it's, I don't know.
It's been years.
I'm gonna definitely invite you back for another interview, and we're gonna maybe bring in some people that have similar traits to you, and see like if that's okay with you, and see
Yeah.
what can happen with that. Yeah, I'll think about what we can do with that. But to be continued. Thank you
All
very
right.
much for the interview. Thank you for agreeing to this.
You're welcome, and thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, let me just stop this.